Hello, welcome back, Box1 here, and today we're going to be looking at something a bit different. This is the Kenner 1978 Luke's Landspeeder, and it is a very cool little playset to go with the action figures of that time. And I recently got it here, and it's a very cool looking one. The only problem I have on mine is that the latch at the front is broken, so you can still open up the hood, it's just not on a latch anymore. But other than that, it's in very good condition, it has the stickers on it, and it looks very cool. So I'm just going to be looking at it, then I'm going to show you what it looks like with figures, because I have a bunch of them, and I'll put them in there for you. But there's some pretty cool things about it, so without further ado, let's get into it. Now, starting at the front, you can see there's a button here that's just right in the square middle. And this latch, which I talked about before, which is actually the hood of the vehicle, if you push the button, it can pop up. Normally, on a hinge, it could open and be like that. But you can see there's a sticker in there with the old like inner workings of the Landspeeder itself, which is pretty cool. And that's just on a little latch that pops this latch and allows it to open, which is pretty nice. And that just easily goes back in there and resets. So you can then do it again. And it's a very simple mechanism, but it works pretty well. On the sides, you see a very nice chromium trim here. Very nice chrome, and it's not very bad at all. It actually looks quite good for being so old. The windshield to this thing is quite big and also quite hard to find in good condition. This one is actually pretty good. It's not very yellowed at all. Of course, there is some yellowing, but that's to be expected. We can move on to the inside, which has some of the stickers in there as well. As you can see, looks very, very cool. With the center one as well, and the two sides. There's also these metal things on either side of the set there. And they're not rusted at all either, which is very nice, or tarnished. Then you have two seats, one for Luke on this side, and then for Obi-Wan. Of course, you could do any two figures if you want, but those are the two main ones you'd have in there. On the back, you can also sit R2-D2 and C-3PO, as it shows on the box. And it has three engines, one on the top, the big one, and then two on the sides, which are pretty cool. Furthermore, sound like an old English. But furthermore, you can go onto the bottom and you can see it does have wheels, which are very cool. And you can actually see this. It's General Mills, which is kind of funny. Kenner Productions, or Kenner Products. And these wheels at the back, as you can see, are not dropped down. And that's because you actually have to use this mechanism here, which is spring-loaded, to push the wheels down. And that drops the wheels. As you can see, through this little gap in the back, there's a spring there. And if you push it all the way back, it retracts them, which is pretty cool. And, yeah, it's just a simple thing. And because it has these small wheels like that, it does look like it's gliding along the surface of whatever you're doing. Of course, it would be better on a flat surface, but as you can see, it is quite smooth, and it actually works quite well. I'll just draw those back up for now. Anyway, let's actually put some figures in here because, I mean, I showed it without the figures. There's a small little details on the back as well. But let's show it with them because I have quite a few. And this is what it looks like with the four main characters on it. Old Obi-Wan or Ben Kenobi sitting there, and Luke in the driver's seat. It's a very cool looking ship, especially with all the figures. It gives it some more color, and it just looks very cool with them. I quite like how it looks. I actually really like this, and I'm really happy to get this set. We can also have the Stormtrooper here, and I think this is how it's on the box, with him actually kind of talking to old Ben Kenobi and all that, like they do, and says, "These are not the droids you're looking for," of course, which is very cool. I quite like this scene, and I quite like this set. And I might as well give you another view from the other side. Very, very chrome C-3PO there. And, yeah, it's just very cool. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed, and I shall see you next time. This is quite a cool little thing I got for Christmas, and I really like it. So, I shall see you again, and goodbye.